We all watch it, some even more than TV, but what exactly is the story of YouTube? How did it come about, and where will it go in the future? I'm going to answer one of these questions, so let us begin. The three founders of YouTube are Jawed Karim, Chad Hurley and Steve Chen, all of which are famously ex-employees of PayPal. The story goes that Chad and Steve attended a party, but found it almost impossible to share a video that they saw with other partygoers on the internet, and from that need they developed an idea for a video sharing website. However, Steve later claimed that this may not be 100% true, it was just for a marketing thing for the media. Either way, at the time there was a huge demand on the internet for a place to share and watch video clips. So yeah, the original concept for YouTube shared some elements with Hot or Not and incorporated dating via video, which was later dropped in favour of a more open video hosting platform idea. The initial website and business was funded with a rather big $3.5 million or £2.5 million investment from Sequoia Capital, a company that exclusively finds and funds emerging companies. The website was activated, logo created, and everything started from the HQ in a flat above a pizza restaurant on Valentine's Day 2005, and the day after looked a little something like this. You can still look at this version of YouTube through the Wayback Machine, which I've linked down in the description. And yes, a lot really has changed. Back in 2005, video sharing sites were the new thing, and YouTube was no exception as people began to find themselves on the site. The first video was posted on April 23rd, first comment not soon after, and soon the expanding team who managed the ever-expanding YouTube could afford better tech and a better, less rat-infested HQ. YouTube was the fastest growing site in the web in 2006, and was surely growing into the site we know today. A year and a bit later in, and YouTube had grown exponentially to 100 million views a day and 600,000 new videos per day. In November 2006, cue Google. Google. There we go. Google offered $1.6 million in Google stock for the company, which all gladly accept. Ever since then, Google has owned and run YouTube, but Chad Hurley from the beginning stayed on as CEO until late 2010. YouTube was featured in Time Magazine's Person of the Year 2006. You see that bar at the bottom? That's what the YouTube view bar used to look like, where it isn't even recognizable anymore, it just looks like a generic media player. The site continued exponentially over the rest of the decade, with it spawning such classic memes as Evolution of Dance, Sneezing Baby Panda, Charlie the Unicorn, Fred, which is not something I ever want to talk about again, and a whole bunch of other internet memes that give me extreme nostalgia as I joined YouTube around this time. This account was made in 2010, but technically it was still 2009 in the US, as it was early morning, but whatever. Around this time, YouTube got a new CEO after Chad left. His name was Salah Kamanga. Also, cue Redesigns on top of Redesigns on top of Redesigns. The rating system, as well as the yellow subscribe button and extreme channel personalization were all scrapped. I'll never forget you, yellow subscribe button. I'll never forget you. Then came the forced Google Plus YouTube integration that everyone hated and spammed stickmen in the comments because they were mad. That didn't do anything, but eventually Google was removed from YouTube, which I guess is good. Google has come under fire from users for quote ruining the site, even though it was Google that owned the site during the good old days, and people have no idea what they're talking about, though are correct in the decisions made by Google are quite controversial and poorly thought out. In this decade, which is 2010 to 2020 for all time travelers out there, YouTube kept on growing. 3 billion hours of videos were watched every month in 2012. Also, later on in 2014, YouTube got a third CEO, Susan Wojcicki. She was recently an important employee of Google, with her initially getting a job on the company by renting out her garage to the founders of Google to use as an HQ in 1998, which is pretty cool. The advantages of a free online platform for video media was so big it drew the attention of normal TV companies whose market was being encroached on, like I mentioned previously. So came the introduction of TV and films to YouTube, all available for purchase. Next, and pretty recently in 2014 and 2015, came YouTube Red, which offers a whole bunch of videos, music and streaming ad-free for a paid monthly subscription of real-world money. Maybe someday it might come to the UK, at which point I won't use it. So here we are today, with YouTube's new crazes involving reaction videos, harassment dressed up as pranks, Facebook freebooting, and a whole bunch of misused copyright strikes. So, 11 years down the line and everything has changed beyond recognition, and will continue to change. But what's next? Well, I have no idea. And until next time, thank you for watching.